This is my story. A little bit similar to Yes Theory and Bold and Bankrupt. Yeah, this is my journey through Ukraine before the war. And we will focus on Chernobyl and the abandoned city outside Chernobyl. And in the end of the video, we will do Moldova. So join me for an adventure. So everything started in Kiev in 2019. So I was here 6 years ago almost, and 3 years before the war in Ukraine. I like Kiev. Yeah, well, it was well, maybe is one of my favorite cities in Eastern Europe. It's, but yeah, I took a tour to Chernobyl. So that was the reason I went to Ukraine, because I wanted to see Chernobyl. You know about the nuclear power plant accident, disaster in 1986 that destroyed a lot of areas around Chernobyl, of course, and we will focus on the abandoned city that I mentioned in the beginning of the video. So yeah, I took a tour with 10 people. We was on the tour, and was before before the series Chernobyl. I was here in May. I think the series had the premiere in June, so it was like a big hit after I had been to Chernobyl. So everyone was talking about Chernobyl in 2019. So there was a lot of influencer, like social media influencers, who went to Chernobyl. Yeah, so this is before my YouTube career as well. But here you have it. It's like, let's see here, and this city, they had like 50,000 people living here, and then almost everyone was working at Chernobyl. So yeah, but this is a ghost town now. You see, yeah. And here you have it, the power plant of Chernobyl. And we had lunch. So there was still some worker working there, so you just protect the radiation, don't spreading more than it really is now. So yeah, so you go through this one. And here you have it, the entrance to, I cannot pronounce the name, Pripyat or something. I cannot pronounce it, so I will just show the text here. And here is in Ukrainian, I think. And you see here, you get down this red. It's quite radioactive here. And yeah, an old sofa in an old apartment building. And here is a classroom with old Soviet yeah, yeah. And here we have it in the city center of this abandoned ghost town. Yeah, very interesting, I can say. And here is the old shopping mall. So can you imagine, like 1985, people were here just living the normal life, go shopping. They also they worked in the power plant, and they come home. It was like a little bit Springfield, I think. Springfield in Simpsons, this city. Almost. Because Homer works in a power plant. Yeah. Yeah, so, and here, is it Donald Trump in this picture? I don't know, maybe. He mocking the world. In 2019, yeah, Trump was the president of US back then. And here is the amusing park of the city. Of course, old Soviet cities has like a Paris wheel. It's something very common in the the Soviet Union. I have been to a lot of Soviet Union, like the Stans countries. Almost every city, like a bigger cities at least, have this Ferris wheel. It's very common around the Soviet Union. If you can, if you know why, you can use comments down below why they are so popular. And yeah. And here is a sport arena. Yeah, and some graffiti. And now we are actually saying goodbye to Chernobyl. And we're going to explore Ukraine a little bit. I did not take that much picture. So yeah, but I was in Kiev for like 4 days, and I really like Kiev. Yeah, good food, cheap beer, good-looking women. Yeah, I like. Yeah, Kiev. Kiev was a place to be in 2019. I hope in the future we'll come back to these glory days. Kiev. Yeah, I really like Kiev. Something I think was like a mixture of everything. Yeah, and yeah, so I took actually a bus from Kiev to Odessa, and from Odessa went into Moldova with train. And of course, when you're in Moldova, you go to the post, no, not the post-Soviet city, but the city that has stopped in time. And they are not really a nation, but they want to be their own nation. So you go like to custom, you get you get stamps. You have like, they have their own money, their own police. I think they also have their own government as well. So yeah, it's quite interesting. And then they have a lot of Lenin statues everywhere. So yeah. So it's almost like being in Russia. I was actually in Russia in 2011, and yeah, it was quite similar to this experience. So it's like a miniature of Russia in Moldova. So also popular destination for YouTubers to go now. But I found my favorite restaurants in the capital is Andy's. Yeah, Andy's. Super cheap beer and pizza. I took a pizza and 2 beers, and it's only cost me, I think, like 5 or 6 US dollars. So I was like, Jesus, that was quite affordable. Yeah. So yeah, I like my time in Ukraine and Moldova. And if I will go back, if the war, if the conflict in that region come to an end very soon, hopefully I will definitely go back to Ukraine and Moldova. But I think this will be a very different country now, unfortunately. But I have only good things saying about Ukraine. And also when I was in Russia, I liked being in Russia as well. So the country's government is not what the country really is when you are in the country. The people of Russia is also very, yeah, they are very nice as well. Yeah, so I recommend you to go to both Ukraine and Russia actually, if you don't look at the politicians. And yeah, you cannot, this is not a politician channel. This is a traveling channel for me doing some weird stuff. Yeah. So, but this is my little vlog experience from Ukraine and Moldova. And have you been to Chernobyl? Have you been to Moldova? Can you please comment down below, and what do you think about it now? Can you go to Chernobyl now at the moment? I don't think so, but if you know, just comment down below. And if you have any other recommendation for me to go to, like filming, what do you want to see on the channel? Just comments down below, and I will see if I can do a great video from that destination country or something like that. So yeah, that's it for now, and thank you. Ciao.